Hey guys, how's it going? Brian here. Welcome. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell, and everyone watching, like the video. And, I'm heading to the store, and thought I'd take you guys with me on the drive there. And, of course, it is a nice, sunny Florida day. So I got the sunroof open. I'm in my wife's car. She's got a sunroof. I got the sunroof open, the windows down. And I'm going to be on the highway in a few minutes. But I may have to roll the windows up and close the sunroof and turn the AC on. It might be too loud for you guys to hear me in a bit. Hey guys, I was just reading this morning that President Trump has raised one in the midterm elections, which is that he has to be on the highway. There'll be no red lights for a while. I know, Florida's beautiful. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, believe it or not. I had to get up early for something. So I've been up a long time. Did a lot of stuff around the house. Now I'm heading out to the store. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know, it's beautiful in Florida. Good morning. Oh yeah, every day is a great day. No doubt about that. We're in a new month. Coffee, my coffee was hours ago. I got coffee at 6 a.m. when the coffee shop opened. I was like the first customer this morning when they opened. So I am caffeinated for the day because I've cut back on my caffeine intake after I had those 7 shots of espresso the other day. Don't worry, the buffering will stop when I get going. I just happen to be in a bad spot right now. But one thing that's very, very important for us, we are really less than a year and a half from the midterms. And what's very, very important for all of us is to have a united MAGA movement, a united Trump movement. And the reason that's important is, and it's important to remember that, because from this point forward, we are in the election season. This is it. And these never-Trumpers, these rhinos, I call them rats, Republicans against Trump, the mainstream media, the Democrats, everyone is united against Trump, against MAGA. So those of us that are MAGA, we got to stick together. We got to stick together very tight. I'm getting ready to get on the highway, so I'm going to put the windows up and close the sunroof. We got to stick together very tight because they are going to do everything they can do to divide us over this next year and a half, less than a year and a half. There's going to be all these fake polls coming out. Oh, Trump's not liked here. This Trump-backed candidate, they're not doing well. There's going to be fake MAGA trying to divide us from one another. And this is the thing you're going to have to understand, okay? A lot of us that are MAGA, a lot of us are MAGA, right? There's 80 million of us, maybe even more, because a lot of MAGA people don't want to admit it because they're around liberals, they react. MAGA is not going to agree on everything, okay? MAGA is not going to agree on everything. You might think I should leave the windows down so you can't hear me when I'm on the highway, but I thought I should put the windows up. Don't get sidelined and sidetracked because we disagree on this issue or that issue. We all agree that Trump must win in the midterms. We all agree that Trump is the Republican nominee to win also in 2024. Don't lose sight of the big picture over small, petty differences. And this is when you're going to start to see the never-Trumpers and the Democrats and the media do everything they can to divide us. one of the things that they've been doing for a while that they're going to start doing more and more is trying to divide President Trump from other Republican officials like Ron DeSantis. They're going to try to cause little petty things. Don't be fooled. Don't believe anything you hear. Don't support any candidates that Trump doesn't get behind. That's just what you got to do, you know? And it's going to be a tough year because they're going to be working very hard. Their primary focus is it's 91 degrees right now outside, and it's only 10:20 in the morning, so, you know, Florida heat. I just turned the air up a little higher. I'd have the air conditioning on higher if I wasn't talking to you guys, because the air conditioned wind blast, you wouldn't be able to hear me, so I'll turn it up. There we go. That's full blast, 60 degrees. So, yeah, the air vents will blow right into the phone. You guys won't hear me. It'll sound like I'm in a wind tunnel, so I got it down a little low, but set to 60 degrees. But no, don't let them divide us. It's got to be MAGA United. MAGA United. And I'll tell you, I notice in the chat room on YouTube in the morning, okay, when I'm live streaming, there's a lot of fake MAGA in there. A lot of fake MAGA. And they will sound like they're Trump people. They'll sound MAGA. And then all of a sudden you'll see they'll try to cause a division between you and someone else. They'll pick on someone in the chat room. They may even pick on me and try to divide us. Don't fall for it. We're united in our main purpose without question. Trump's the guy, right? And Trump's the only one that can save us from this garbage we're in. I mean, this is a real rough time. I'm on the highway now. This is a real rough time in this country. It really, truly is. You know, we've got this Biden who cares about one thing and one thing only: getting paid, getting his family paid, and getting his family set up financially for the rest of their lives, because they're all bums and are never going to work. Kamala Harris, I don't know what Kamala Harris's goal is now. I'll show you guys where I'm at. I don't mind showing you where I'm at now, because here we go. I'm on the highway. Okay. There we go. Motorcycle just passed me, went between a couple cars here. This road is called the Sawgrass Expressway, because all the sawgrass in the Florida Everglades. And in a couple minutes, I'll be making a left turn here in the road, and I'll be right along the Florida Everglades. If you saw a map of Florida, I'll be on the edge of what is the swamp all the way across the Florida Peninsula to the Gulf Coast of Florida. You know, and Kamala, I don't even really know what Kamala's agenda is right now, you know? But when they were running before the election, everyone figured, oh, you know, Kamala, she's accepting this job because Biden's going to have to step down. I don't think Kamala wants the job anymore. I think Kamala, she gets those security briefings. I think she's so terrified that she's afraid to take over the presidency now. And, you know, even she knows she's not capable of it. There you go. I'm back. So I don't even know what her agenda is right now. But I do know what my agenda is. Support Trump. Support whoever Trump is supporting. And that's it. Right? I mean, what's your agenda? I mean, there's no other agenda. You know, the people that are running this country right now, you know, they're very scary people. Jack Posobiec tweeted yesterday, or was it Friday? Friday or Saturday, Jack Posobiec tweeted that his sources at the White House are telling him that they're going to come out with lockdowns second week here in August. I mean, what? What are they doing? What are they doing? They're turning the clock back on us for no reason at all. And I stand by what I've been saying this a lot because I think it's true. I think a lot of what is going on here is they want to punish those of us who voted for Trump for voting for Trump. They want to punish us for electing Trump. They want to make us feel the pain of what happens when we vote for someone that is not part of the political establishment of either party. And what people in the MAGA movement need to understand about the Republican Party in particular, because, we're Republicans, Trump people were Republicans, is that the establishment are not Republican or Democrat. Like the Kevin McCarthy type people. They're not Republicans or Democrats. They're all part of the same thing. They're in there for personal gain. And some of the Democrat school districts have already come out and said masks are going to be required when school gets back in because they're just following CDC guidelines. And Ron DeSantis came out and said that any school district that has a mask mandate will lose their state funding. And the state funding's where a huge chunk of their money comes from. And he means it. I mean, he's not backing down. That's the kind of Republican we need. And there's a lot of these guys around. I mean, look at what's going on in Texas, right? President Trump has endorsed Greg Abbott, and there's already two opponents, Alan West and some other guy. I mean, what are they doing? And I know a lot of MAGA people don't like Greg Abbott. They say he's a rhino. I don't know that that's true. He seems, he's got the endorsement of President Trump. President Trump endorsed Greg Abbott. So any Republican running against Greg Abbott in the Republican primary, like Alan West, is not MAGA at this point. I don't care what they say. They're not MAGA. If they were MAGA, they'd find something else to run for. Because Trump said he's behind Greg Abbott. He endorsed Greg Abbott on Hannity's town hall meeting with President Trump and Greg Abbott like a month ago. See, there's a lot of this going on. What we're going to need is President Trump to come out with an official list, an official voter guide in the midterms on who to vote for. And then we got to be careful because the Never Trumpers will come out with fake voting guides. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. There's a race going on. Let me show you. Look at these guys. They're racing. Can you see them? They're going about 110, 120 miles an hour racing. Couple of jerks. Unbelievable. That happens a lot on this road. This road is like, it's a highway and everything, but it's kind of remote. So there's a lot of crazies that do things like that on this road all of the time. There's a lot of accidents on this highway. And what I see going on, I saw a tweet yesterday. I retweeted it. I can't remember who was the original tweeter. I retweeted it. It's on my Twitter. You guys should follow me on Twitter, Brian Craig Show on Twitter. And it was, it was a prominent conservative that has a blue check mark. Well, you can go look on my Twitter and see who it is. I can't remember offhand who it is, but I retweeted it. And they said at Fox News Channel, and I would like to say this surprises me, but it doesn't, that on internal emails that Fox News executives have been putting under their names their preferred pronouns. Can you freaking believe that? Their preferred pronouns on internal memorandum. Unbelievable. That tells you Fox News is lost when they're putting their preferred pronouns out there. But that's what they do, Yeah, I'm going to a mall. It's called the Sawgrass Mills Mall. And I'm on the Sawgrass Expressway. So I'm on the Sawgrass Expressway going to the Sawgrass Mills Mall. On the side of the Florida Everglades, it's filled with sawgrass. A lot of sawgrass going on around here. It's a hot one. Oh my gosh. 91, but the heat index has got to be close to 100. I mean, it is really hot. It's a scorcher out there, even for me. It's amazing how hot it is at this time of day. To me, this is like one of my least favorite times of day to be out. I don't know why. All right. right, 3 miles to my exit. Make sure you all like the video, all right? Like it. That helps a lot. And if you really want to support me, go to mypillow.com, use the promo code KANE, and buy something, K-A-N-E. My wife just ordered a new MyPillow pet bed, just $19.99 with the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. She got a second. We already have a MyPillow pet bed, you know, that's in the bedroom, but she ordered a second one to put next to her computer desk because the dog wants to lay by her, and we keep walking back and forth with the bed. So we're going to have a MyPillow pet bed next to our bed, and now we'll have one next to my wife's computer desk. So our dog won't leave her side. Just $19.99. She used the promo code KANE2, K-A-N-E. Save up to 66% off products at mypillow.com with the promo code KANE. And that's a good way to support me and my content. I am starving. I want to get something to eat at the mall. I mean, look at what they're doing now, you know, with this bringing back mask mandates, companies. I have never in my life heard of companies requiring people to get some type of vaccination. Have you? Is this new? A company? I keep hearing every day there's another company that says they're going to require their employees to get vaccinated. I've never heard of companies requiring people to get any type of vaccination or medical treatment of any kind. This is something that is new to me. I'm getting off the road here. Chipotle. Chipotle sounds really good. Oh, awesome. Green light. I love that. I'm almost to where I'm going, so when I park, I'll stop for a minute or two and read over the chat when I'm stopped. This is I have done a vlog at this mall before. If you've seen my vlog where I went to the COVID-19 store, the COVID-19 store is at this mall. And when I came here last time, I was really hoping that the COVID-19 store would fade away. You know, that like the mall put it in there as a filler for an empty spot. But the way they keep pushing things out, it looks like the COVID-19 store's got a lot of life in it, unfortunately. I'm so tired of hearing about COVID and masks and all this stuff. Aren't you guys? Tired of it. When I park, I'll take a look at the chat, guys. Oh, the French people, they're standing up, man. I mean, it's amazing. I've been watching some of the video online out of France. It's absolutely amazing. They're sick of it. They are sick of it. They want to get out and get back to normal. You know, and think about this. All the restrictions they're bringing back to us, and they're allowing, what they are allowing, let me move that camera, okay. What they're allowing at the southern border, people coming through, no testing, no vaccinations. And they got the buses ready. There's a non-stop flow of people and numbers that I've never seen before coming through the southern border. If they were really serious about the issues we're facing with COVID, they would stop that. Why is international travel from the UK and Canada locked down, but they have this uncontrolled flow from the southern border? It makes no sense. If what they say they believe in, they actually believe. I am starving. I got a breakfast burrito at McDonald's at 6 o'clock this morning. That's all I've eaten. And you can see the sign for this mall, because we're at, edge of the Everglades, is an alligator. You can see when I turn left, you'll see it on my left, maybe a little bit. Maybe not within camera shot, yeah, but the sign's an alligator. Mall's just opening because it's early on Sunday, so I'll be able to get some parking. In an hour or two, I'll have to park like a mile away. This mall is the largest mall in Florida. Well, they say they'll have been 2 million coming through the southern border by the end of the year. So if that's the number they're giving us, as liberal as they are, they're very conservative with that. The number's got to be much higher. I don't believe their number. I believe their number is very low. Very low. That's the only number they don't inflate. They inflate every other number they have, except that one. This is a mall really for tourists. They ship them in on the cruise ships and the hotels and everything else. I would really like to get a parking spot in the shade, but it doesn't look, well, maybe. Some construction. Maybe that'll happen. Oh my goodness, that was a transgendered person. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go park on the other side. Other side's a little closer to the door. After I walk 10 miles through this massive mall, I want to be in a parking space as close to the door as possible. I'm pretty sure that was a transgendered person. Biological male. I don't know. I don't know all these terms. So confusing. Wasn't that long ago, seeing someone transgendered was unusual. Okay. Here we go. In front of the palm trees. Oh, it is pretty. Yeah, these are palm trees I'm in front of, see? Where I'm parked. It's nice, isn't it? Florida is beautiful. This is the best state by far. Oh, boy. All right, let me go through a little bit of the chat here before I go in. Not in the shade. The birds will crap on the car. Yeah, I know. That's a problem, but it's so hot. It says it's 89 degrees because I parked in the shade, so that'll help me a little bit. 10,000 came in on Friday. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know. Well, in Florida, we have no mask mandate in Florida, but unfortunately, private businesses can require you to wear them still, which is a problem. But the businesses that require you to wear them, they're going to have to give me a mask. All right, I don't have a mask. I threw away all my masks. Well, my wife threw away all of our masks. So, yes, good morning to you, Christine. Exactly. If they were really concerned about everything they say they're concerned about in regards to COVID, they would shut down the southern border. But they can't. That goes against the grain. And no one in the media really calls them out on it. It's just the way it is. I mean, the media, you can't trust the media. They're lying sellouts. The only thing you can trust is Trump. And President Trump really should bring back the weekly rally. He really should. And maybe he will, because when the summer's over, and it cools off when the summer's over, we're going to officially be in election season. So I'm expecting to see President Trump at a rally with a candidate every weekend at some point. I just would rather it happen sooner rather than later. They're only concerned about power. Yeah, a lot of what they're doing with the southern border is they want to make the country less white, which seems ridiculous. You're not spending one dime in any business that demands mask wearing. Yeah? Well, I'm just lucky that I'm in a very Republican state. The only problem is I'm in a very Republican state, but I live in a very liberal county. I'm in a Democrat county. And I'm on the border of another county that's also very, very Democrat. And these Democrats, Kathy and I, we went out yesterday morning, and I could not believe how many people had masks on. I don't see anyone here with a mask on yet, but Kathy and I went somewhere yesterday morning, and I could not believe how many people were wearing masks. And masks had pretty much disappeared. And, most people are not as informed as we all are, as opposed to what's going on. They don't follow politics like we all do in the news. And the bit of information they get typically comes from CNN. And they don't understand that CNN is a fraud and that MSNBC is a fraud. And they're scared. They're not all liberals. They're just not people that follow politics. They follow politics like I follow professional sports. Not at all. And they don't know what's going on. All they know is the little bit of news that they do hear, it scares them. Oh, thank you, AJ. Yeah. Well, actually, this has Kirk, Picard, Cisco, Janeway, and then there's Scott Bakula, Captain Archer. Star Trek really stops here. All these new shows are not Star Trek. All right. Eric in Philadelphia. Oh, Sheila Jackson Lee. I can't believe Sheila Jackson Lee has been in government so long. She's got the brains of a chipmunk. She is just stupid. I was watching Cory Bush and AOC. They want to stop the expiration of the eviction ban. And I saw a story in the news this morning I was watching on YouTube. It was from one of the liberal outlets, and they were talking to people that were about to be evicted, and they had nowhere to go and all this stuff. They didn't talk to one landlord. Can you imagine what it must be like for rental property owners during this eviction? You're not allowed to evict, right? So you could have people renting from you that have been not only are they not paying you rent, they're destroying the whole inside of your rental property. They're vandalizing it. They're stealing all the appliances, and you can't evict them. And I like how they try to make this a story of the poor renters. The people that own the property, they still got to make mortgage payments. They've still got to make property tax payments on that rental property. They're not getting paid rent because they can't evict anyone. So why would people pay rent if they can't be evicted? They still got to make the owners of the rental property, the landlords, they have to pay the mortgage on the property. They have to pay the property taxes. They have to pay the insurance. And of course, even though they're not paying the rent, if the toilet breaks or something, they demand that the landlord comes and repairs it, even though they're not paying rent. I feel for people. I feel for people that are landlords. I feel bad for people that some of these people, they've been in. When you're a renter, it's very difficult. You go to a new place, you got to have first, last, security deposit. It's thousands of dollars. I understand that, but this moratorium on evicting people, and they make it sound like the landlords are evil people. I mean, the landlords got a lot on the line. Plus, a lot of these landlords, that's how they make a living, right? Is through their rental property. And they're not getting their income. a lot of them are probably going to lose it to foreclosure if they haven't already. So no, they need to interview the property owners a little bit, not just the renters. Exactly, renters got unemployment subsidies. They didn't pay their rent. Exactly. Oh, good luck suing the government. Good luck with that. Yeah, you won't have a lot of luck with that one. I'm so comfortable in the air conditioning, I don't want to get out in the Florida heat right now. I mean, I feel bad for some of the renters I saw interviewed, but, you know, I also feel bad for the property owner. The big companies will come in and buy the property. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. You know, that's what's going on in New York. You're going to see there's going to be huge companies that come in and buy up Manhattan land ultra cheap when this is all over. The renters will owe the back rent. They'll just walk away. You can't get blood from a rock if they've not been paying the rent. How are they going to get the back rent? They don't have the money, and they don't own anything. So, you know, the landlord can't take them to court and get a judgment against what? No, they won't pay anything. Well, I haven't had to get my AC repaired yet, but if I do, it will be at Champagne Automotive, no doubt about it. Back rent, they have to pay the back rent. You know, rents are so high now in Florida. Oh my goodness, you know, people in Florida are really having a difficult time. So many people have fled these blue states during the lockdowns to Florida. Florida rent is so high. Property values have gone through the roof. Well, thank you for saying I'm awesome. Yummery, is that how you say her name? Yummery Soto Longo, thank you very much. Well, you're unusual, Andrea. You're unusual, but you know, a renter right now could be like destroying everything in the rental property, and they still couldn't be evicted. You know, and there's going to be a foreclosure crisis like we've never seen when all this is over. I love how Congress is taking a 6-week August recess. I thought there were only 4 weeks in August. And who the hell gets a 6-week vacation? With all the crises that are going on in the country right now, they're taking a 6-week vacation. And they've added 2 weeks on to August. Most renters are fine, but a lot of but right now, when you can't evict, people don't have to pay you rent. They destroy your property. You can't evict them. You're screwed. Well, listen, guys, I have to run in and do what it is I got to do. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, click that notification bell, and everyone, before you go, like the video, all right? Like the video, and don't forget, go to mypillow.com, buy something with the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. Great way to support me, my channel, all my content. Go to mypillow.com, use the promo code KANE. I was talking earlier, my wife Kathy bought a new MyPillow pet bed today, because we have a pet bed that's in our bedroom, but our dog always wants to lay next to my wife when she's at her computer desk, and we keep moving the bed back and forth. So we today bought a MyPillow pet bed. They're just $19.99 with the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. So we can have a second pet bed next to my wife's desk, so I don't have to keep going back and forth from room to room with the dog every 10 minutes. You know, so it's a pretty good deal. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, $19.99 for the MyPillow pet bed. No, you can use the code 1,000 times. It's infinite. You can use the promo code KANE 1,000,000 times if you want to go there. Yeah, no, it's not one time. It is forever. And every special you see at mypillow.com, you can take advantage of with the promo code KANE, all right? K-A-N-E. So make sure that you guys do that. All right, guys, I'll see you. If not later today, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. right here on YouTube. All right, take care.